Hey there, how are you doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that I think Valorant needs to get added to the game. In its current state, I think Valorant is brilliant, but I think that it could definitely add a couple of more things to really bump up the overall quality of this game and to make it more fun. Before I really get into this video, guys, if you could please subscribe, like, and leave a comment, that'd really help me out a whole lot. I'll be uploading more Valorant videos just like this, as well as Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War videos if you're into that. I'll usually be uploading around 3 times a week, so if you guys are into this type of stuff, please consider subscribing. So let's just jump straight into this. The first thing that I think that they should add is a theater mode, just like what they have in Call of Duty or what Halo games have even. I think that theater mode, it would be very nice to have in this, because with Valorant being such a competitive game, people are always looking for different ways to improve their game. And one of the best things that you can do is to review your gameplay and figure out mistakes that you made or how to improve your gameplay in certain situations. Which, of course, I mean, pretty much anyone can record the gameplay nowadays and review it that way. But what a theater mode would do is that you'd be able to view other players' point of views. So especially you could be looking at what the enemies are doing exactly, and just try and get into their head, how they play certain sites, and try and get a deeper understanding of certain mistakes that you made or certain decisions that you should have made. On top of that, there'd be a free roaming cam that you could control, so you could just kind of fly around the map and get an aerial view of certain sites or different lanes or things like that, so you can just kind of figure out where people are moving. So I think that one of the things that they should add is a new game mode. And there are 2 different game modes I'll be talking about in this, but this first one is some sort of blend between Spike Rush and Unrated. I want something that's a little bit shorter, but that's also closer to the meta than what Spike Rush is. The purpose of this would be just a quicker mode for people to play when they don't have a whole lot of time and don't want to be committed to a 30 or 40 minute long match. But they also don't want to be forced into Spike Rush where, a lot of people don't like being forced to spawn in with the frenzy and then have these orbs all over the map. It doesn't even really feel like the normal meta of Valorant. This game mode idea, you'd basically be playing to 5 or 7 rounds. I'm not really sure which one would be best, but I'm thinking if the games could take maybe 10 to 15 minutes long in length, kind of like, a Call of Duty length of match, I think that would be perfect. I think an important rule that they need to implement where it would be, if there's a tie, if it's 6-6 or 5-5 and you just need one more round to win, that whoever wins that next round, it just wins and there's no double overtime or anything. And then on top of that, to kind of speed up the funds, so I think that you'd be able to full buy by the second round, which full buying by the second round is pretty quick, but considering that the game's already going to be done by one team getting 5 wins or up to 7 wins, I think it'd be fair to be able to give people the option to full buy and give them enough credits for that by the second round and to even buy an op by the third round. The next thing I want to talk about is maps. Yes, I know, maps are going to be coming, but I just need to throw this in here because we still only have a handful of maps. I think that as long as they stick to a schedule of releasing solid maps in a timely manner, I think they'll be totally fine. But I just wanted to throw that one in there because we just need more maps in this game. But I definitely want them to not just be hurling them out of their mouth and just puke up some garbage for us to play. We need maps that make sense and work well, like all the maps that we have now. I just need Riot to have a consistent scheduled basis of them releasing maps, which it really seems like that they are going to be on a good schedule for that. What's really important is that these new maps need to have variety. I think verticality, I think just adding in new mechanics to the maps that aren't gimmicky but actually work with the construction of the maps. And I don't know exactly what that is. I'm not a map designer. I don't work for Riot, but whatever new maps that they introduce, they need to just look and feel and play different from the other maps, so we really do get that true sense of variety. And what that would also do is that, once we would hit 7 or 8 maps down the road, hopefully sometime next year we can get to that number. If they're varied enough from the other maps, then each map is just going to feel so fresh and different. It might even feel like that we have more maps than what we already actually have because they're all just so different. Moving on to the next one, I think that they should add some sort of team deathmatch mode. This would be kind of like the free-for-all that they have now, but the whole idea behind this is that, once you're playing ranked for a super long time and you're sweating your butt off and you're just trying to grind for diamond or whatever it is. Sometimes you just need a break from that, which a lot of people, that break could be Spike Rush or just going off and playing another game. But if Riot really wants people to stay on Valorant and play Valorant more, if they add a game mode, just like a simple team deathmatch, a 5v5, but you respawn, you can spawn in with, I think, all of your abilities. I think that'd be fair, and spawn in with whatever gun that you want. The whole idea here would be keeping people engaged in playing Valorant for a longer amount of time, but this would be a break from unrated, a break from ranked, because this whole meta would feel and play completely different from what everyone is used to at the moment, and this would basically just act as a palate cleanser. How I think that this would basically work would just be playing to 50, teams would respawn, players would have all of their abilities when they'd spawn in, maybe even have orbs on the map so you could pick them up to then get one of your abilities. This would be a good palate cleanser, and I think for Riot this would be important to try and keep people on their game a little bit longer. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is more affordable weapon skins. Now pretty much what I think that this would be is that Riot, they're selling these skins, these weapon skins for like 25 plus bucks. The main bundle that you can buy is $70 plus. That is so much. I know a lot of people want to get new skins, but they don't want to break the bank, and there's only so many that you can grind through. This would be for people who would be down to buy something, but it would be extremely cheap. So hear me out. It would be like $2 to $4 for a skin, but they wouldn't be like the crazy types of skins that you get from like the premiered featured ones, like the Onis or the Singularity camos. This would be more so of like a basic camo, kind of like some of the ones that we've seen in the game, but they would just be extremely cheap. So I'm thinking on one side of things, it'd be really easy for Riot to design and make, but for players, it'd be something really cheap to buy. I don't know exactly what they'd look like, but they basically be more simple designs, but they'd just be easy to create for Riot and super cheap for people to buy. Now again, at the end of the day, I do think that they should add those just to be free skins to unlock and make them pretty easy to unlock, not as long as the battle pass or not as long as going through the agent contracts, but just somehow in there. I think Riot needs to get us either free weapon skins or more affordable ones. That's all that I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end here, please consider liking and subscribing. That helped me out so much. I'll be uploading more Valorant videos just like this, as well as some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War videos. I'll be uploading around 3 times a week. And leave me a comment and let me know what was your favorite thing from this list, or comment and let me know what you guys think that Riot should add to the game. Thanks again for watching, and take it easy.